Hey guys, it's the Chubby Repairman coming at you again with another story time with Chubs. And today I was wanting to talk about the time that my eyes were shaking. We had a vote yesterday, and that was the one that was the second place. And so we'll talk about that today. I was called out on a job. Goodness, a lot of these stories are back when I was young because, of course, when you're younger and you haven't had as much experience, you do a lot of stupid things. So this was back when I was probably 15, maybe even 20 years ago. I was called out to work on a refrigerator in the Mecosta area. It's actually was just north of Horsehead Lake on a drive called John Brown Drive. I remember where I was at. And I was out there working on this refrigerator. I believe it wasn't cooling properly or it wasn't defrosting. It's been so long ago. But I do know that I needed to get into the evaporator area inside the freezer. It's a simple refrigerator, top mount, so the freezer's on top, and your evaporator fan, your defrost heater, your defrost bimetal. There are multiple items behind that panel that you need to get to, in cases of a no cooling type issue. So to access this refrigerator or to get to that area, you've got to get that rear panel off inside the freezer. And this particular refrigerator had an ice maker. Now, almost all, if not all, refrigerators that have an ice maker have a barrel pin type plug that is the connector where you plug in the ice maker. And so once you unplug the ice maker side, that piece on the panel side is mounted to the panel with some ears. It's just like a pressure fit, these ears that come through. And to get those to get that plug out, you've got to back those ears off. And in a hurry, young, just wanting to get the job done, I'm in there and I'm looking to pop that plug back through. And I've got one hand up on the cabinet of the refrigerator, and so I've got myself grounded really well. Um, you see where I'm going here. So I've got my hand on the top of the cabinet. I'm grounded really, really well, and I'm using my screwdriver, the tip of my screwdriver, to back those ears off. And as you can see, I tend to do this for better control when I'm doing something like that. I put my hand right out on the metal shaft. And so I'm pushing this back. Well, the tip of the screwdriver happened to slip and go into the hot line on the feed to the ice maker while my hand was on the cabinet. Now I've been shocked before. In this field, you're gonna get shocked. It comes with it. You might as well just accept it when you get in the field. That at some point you're gonna get shocked. But most of the time when you get shocked, it's across your hand. Like you lay your hand on something hot and it just hits part of your hand. Um, there are other times, usually it's fingers, hands, that kind of thing. Well, because I had myself grounded so well and I had my hand on the screwdriver here, um, I made for a really good circuit and the voltage went fully through me. And so the thing that I noticed the most while it was happening is weird. It wasn't the pain, it was that my vision was shaking. My eyes were actually doing this because the voltage is going through my eyes, and it happened, and you're not going to hold on, right? It was in an instant. But I got to see what alternating current looks like going through a body. It's called AC current because the wavelength on it alternates. Well, that's what my eyes were doing. And so I'm getting electrocuted and I'm actually seeing it go through my eyes. Of course, I feel it in my chest too, but the big thing was my eyes. Oh, of course, ow, I let go. Um, and of course, oh, because that one really hurt. That one, I mean, it was a full blown electrocuted through the body, not just across your hand, not just through some fingers, but hit me just as hard as it could hit you, as far as standard 110 could. And then the thing I noticed later on throughout the day, as I'm driving, right, I got my hand up here on the wheel, and my forearms are just they keep cramping up. I can't open my hands very well. The bodybuilders called like pump, or if you've ever done any carpentry work and you've been swinging a hammer and your forearms feel like they're going to explode. That's how it felt. After I got electrocuted all day, it was like I had electrical stimulation and I'm having to like force my hands open. But anyways, this was the time that my eyes shook, that I could actually see voltage going through my eyes, through my vision. And to this day, I don't think I've ever been electrocuted any harder than that. because that one I made a full body circuit, from hand to hand, through my chest, through my head. It got me good. I can't think of another time. I've been electrocuted other times, but usually just across the hand or something. So that's the story, guys. That's a short one. Please like, comment, share, follow the page. Be a huge help. Trying to get this thing rolling. Trying to see if we can make a go of this. And I'm still trying to learn. I'm trying to get the format of this. Got a mic recently to hopefully improve the quality of the sound for you guys. But I will be posting this today, and hopefully see things grow. I'm on all the socials: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, even Patreon. The only thing I would say, my YouTube channel is kind of an amalgamation of story time with Chubs. There's some gospel messages on there, and then there's some just me goofing off online playing video games with a group of people I play. So the YouTube channel is, it's just kind of a little bit of everything, but everything else is really dedicated to story time with Chubs, and there's going to be appliance tips and that going forward as well. But you guys have a great day.